What's up guys, today I'll be going over Redrix, Claymore, and everything you need to know about it in PvE and where it stacks up versus other guns. So it has Outlaw and Desperado. Desperado is reloading while Outlaw is active, increases rate of fire. So I'm going to go ahead and compare it to things like Midnight Coup, then also Inaugural Address, which are two very similar weapons in terms of Outlaw and like the way they increase damage. So let's go ahead and get started. So normally that's the regular rate of fire, but once you proc Outlaw and reload with Outlaw perk active, you get Desperado, which increases the rate of fire by a lot, as you saw right there. So first, let's start off with the damage it does per shot. It hits 657 per shot per burst, and the base rate of fire, as you see right here, is roughly 4.923 seconds to shoot all 30 shots. So without the perk, the rate of fire is 6.09 shots per second, and the damage per second is 4,003. So just over 4k for damage per second without the perk. Now with the perk, we're going to go ahead and test the rate of fire again. As you see, it is much faster. It only took 2.82 seconds to shoot all 30 shots now. So with the perk, the rate of fire is 10.64 shots per second, and the damage per second is just under 7,000, which is quite a bit more. As you see, it's actually a 75% increase in rate of fire, which also means damage per second. Another thing to take into account is how long the perk actually lasts, so we're going to go ahead and test that right here. As you see, I've procced the perk, and it lasts for roughly 7 seconds on the dot, and I almost shoot 2 entire clips under the perk before it runs out, as you saw right there. And another thing to mention about this perk is once you have it procced, getting another Outlaw reload will extend the timer back to 7 seconds every time you reload. So basically, as long as you're killing enough ads within 7 seconds, precisely 1 ad every 7 seconds with a headshot, you can keep this perk procced forever in PvE. So it's definitely one of the easier perks to keep procced in PvE at all times. Now let's go ahead and test it against the Midnight Coup. So first, the damage without the perk is 1858. Now testing for the base rate of fire. As you see, shooting all 13 shots took 4.854 seconds. Now with Rampage times 3, I hit 3066. So for the Midnight Coup, the numbers turn out to be without the perk procced, it's just under 5,000 damage per second, and now with Rampage times 3, it's 8,211 damage per second, which is quite a bit more than the Claymore. Now we're going to go ahead and do it with the Inaugural Address, which is probably the most similar pulse rifle in the game for PvE. It has Outlaw, and also Kill Clip, and as you see, the base rate of fire right here, shooting all 39 shots took 5.6 seconds, and now with Kill Clip, the damage is now 737. So once again, we can do those numbers. Without Kill Clip, you hit 3,295 damage per second, and with Kill Clip, you hit just over 5,000 damage per second, which means for all three, as you see right here, Inaugural Address is last place at 5,000, Claymore just under 7,000, and Midnight Coup at 8.2 thousand. So the Midnight Coup is still the highest damage per second primary in the entire game for PvE, and is probably going to forever be the go-to weapon until we get like some God Roll 140 RPM hand cannon and Forsaken maybe. But what we did find is that the Redrix Claymore is actually probably the best PvE pulse rifle in the game. It even beats Inaugural Address by quite a margin, and Inaugural Address has Outlaw and Kill Clip, which is basically a God Roll. So Desperado, since it's a 75% increase compared to the 50% of Kill Clip, which the numbers actually show it was roughly 30% better in terms of damage per second with all the perks procced. So Desperado is actually a really good PvE perk. But the thing is, let's say you have two perks, one that increases the rate of fire by 50% and one that increases the damage by 50%. In both scenarios, the damage per second is increased by 50% by two different ways. But with the rate of fire one, you have to eat 50% more shots per second to keep that number up. While on the damage one, each bullet is doing 50% more, so your ammo lasts longer. So that's the downside of Desperado in PvE, is you do more damage per second, but you also burn ammo a lot faster. So you have to kind of weigh that in your decision if you think it's the best pulse rifle in the game. Anyways, let me know what you think about this gun in both PvP and PvE. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.